We're going to take on forwards. So welcome to the Straight Red Card. Subscribe, like, stick it up your butt. Whatever you got to do what you got to do. Probably
in that order, though.
I probably shouldn't have said to stick it up.
Oh, come on. No, that's fine.
All right. I don't know. It just came out.
Everything about our show screams serious.
I just don't want people seriously. I just don't want people to think that I think sticking things up your butt's a good thing, because
you do you unless it's illegal. That's all I gotta say.
Well, you know how many thousands of people a year have to go to the hospital to have things removed from their butt that they stuck up their butt.
The things like, let's not get into this conversation. People get pissed.
Well, we don't want to lose those 1,000 people is what I'm saying. All right. So those of you who like sticking things up your butt, I'm not saying anything about that. You just do what you want. All right. Just tiny pieces. Don't do that because they get lost. All right. Of things. Jozy Altidore is the first man listed on this forward list, and I just said, get the out of here. That's what I said to that.
Yeah, I mean, he does have the experience for CONCACAF, and you can make that argument. No, I'm with you on this. Get out of here.
I'm serious.
No. You made the excuse for Guzan, who played so many games for the United States and did so much for us, and then Altidore's here, and you're yelling at him to get the fuck out. I'm gonna show Altidore the same respect we showed Guzan and say, meh. But
okay, here's I'm okay. You go with the meh. Here's why I go with the get out of here. The reason why did I blank out the F part there? All right, so the reason I go with the GTFO on Altidore is because Guzan does something that Altidore doesn't in MLS right now. It's called play soccer.
Yeah.
Okay? His team doesn't even want him anymore. Toronto wants Altidore to go away. They're not going to play him anymore. They're not starting him anymore. They don't like him. He doesn't like them. So, there you go.
Altidore is a $6 million injury waiting to happen. So, yeah.
He's a hammy away from being another guy on your roster you can't play. So, no, I don't want Altidore. And, okay, I give him respect for all his service with the United States men's team. But this list, him being on it, is a true get the out of here. I'm sorry, it is.
So you're saying you would start tight shirt over Altidore?
Not right now, I wouldn't. I think tight shirt's done. Frankie Amaya, okay, whatever. He ain't making this 23.
Nah.
And they listed him here as FC Cincinnati on Ives' site. No, Ives, he doesn't play for FC Cincinnati anymore. He plays for New York Red Bulls.
He asked to get out of there. That's a little awkward.
Yeah, because he saw what a dumpster fire was around him.
Like, I'm done with Cincy. Get me out of here.
Yeah, I'm out of this dumpster fire. Paul Arriola, expected. It's okay. It's all right. He's a leader. He's a workhorse. Corey Baird, what? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I don't have anything to add to him.
I mean, listen, Corey Baird. We know who he is, and he's a klutz.
Yeah. He had a handful of caps there, and it was enough. That's all.
It's enough. Say. I'm done with that. He ain't making that 23 anyhow.
No.
Cade Cowell. Yes.
Absolutely.
But I hope he makes that 23. If Greg doesn't put him on that 23, I'm gonna kick him right in his Greg sack. I'm serious.
Again, it's another kid that's being touted by Mexico, and he's starting for San Jose and doing well. So I mean, at this point, he has just as much claim to the 23 as a number of these players.
Yep, I agree. I mean, he's like a Jordan Morris on steroids in the future. That's what he is. I'm not endorsing steroids.
Except for he's not going to play at UCLA.
No, he skipped all that.
I guess he can't technically.
But didn't Morris play at Stanford?
That's what I meant to say, yeah. It's Stanford.
Get your colleges correct.
Eggs on me, I guess.
Splat. All right, Daryl DK. Well, yeah, hell yes.
Yeah.
The only thing that's going to keep that from happening is if he gets signed by a Premier League club and DK says, yeah, I'm going to pass on that. But you know what? DK is a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He's going to say, I'll play anyhow.
In fairness, if he gets signed by a Premier League team, there's no way Berhalter is going to enforce bring him in.
No way.
He brought in 500 forwards. I'm sure he can pick another one out of the list.
Exactly. And you know, if West Ham, who might sign him, let's just say West Ham signs DK, calls Gregg and says, hey, Gregg, really, we need to get him in camp.
Into the team. Let's get physical and everything, you know?
Yep.
All that just needs to happen.
So he'll let it go.
Absolutely.
Jeremy Abobasi, get the fuck out of here. Seriously. Come on. This guy is not even in this league of a lot of the other guys on this list.
Technically, he's officially in their league, but
well, I'm just saying he's not even in Zardis's time zone.
Nah, I know what you're saying.
And I'm not even a Zardis fan. Come on. Abobasi has shown he has a ceiling. He's hit it. He's not getting any better than he is right now. Jesus Ferreira, FC Dallas. All right, well, I don't know if he's going to make this 23, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know about Ferreira.
He had a very lackluster Olympics.
He did.
And on top of that, I mean, it's just he had a great January camp, an incredibly lackluster Olympics, and haven't heard since. You know, it's
And then FC Dallas have been being horrible this season. Mm-hmm. So take that as you will. Nicholas Giocaccini. Why would he be on this list? This guy had a very mediocre season for Cayenne. Cayenne was awful all season, pretty much. And he's not really going anywhere, so maybe he's got nothing to lose. So, yeah, okay, maybe he's going to make it.
Yeah, I was going to say, if he's not going anywhere and he's still stuck at Cayenne, then there's nothing's going to hurt him by coming here and playing because he has, 3 goals and 2 assists for the U.S. in the limited games that he's been a part of. Some along those lines, at least. So he's done well. I think Berhalter likes the kid. So
he's done a lot better for us than he's done for Cayenne.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Maybe it's not Giocaccini. Maybe it's Cayenne. Who knows?
Yeah, it'll be up to Cayenne. Really, they're a mediocre club. Maybe they'll just let him go. Matthew Hoppy, Schalke. Love to see it, but I don't know. This is a real one of those close ones. New manager, new season. They want to go back up.
That's a really good point. Almost want to consider why this was brought up over some of the other players who have new managers or various things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you want to see Hoppy. You want to see him get some playing time. You want to see what he can do at the international level. But, I mean, if you say player X, Y, and Z aren't here because, they have new management and they want to put on a good, first impression, then how can you do it for Hoppy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But the other thing, interesting, opposite perspective from my first statement is that it could be that Gregg just wants to see this kid really bad, and probably. He's gonna, want to say, I want you on the club because first of all, I want to see you. Second of all, if you're not on here, there's a large portion of U.S. men's national team fans who are going to take a big dump on me because I didn't include you. Maybe, but I mean, if you play him as a winger, you're kind of losing some of the best aspects and parts of Matthew Hoppy, and that seems to be what Gregg would do. He's talked about him as a winger, so I don't know. I'm 50-50 on that one. I'd like to see Matthew there, but I don't think it's going to happen. Jonathan Lewis, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Get the fuck out of here. This kid can't even he's not even a starter on the Rapids. Why is this guy ending up on these lists of B and C teams constantly? Who has faith in this kid? I
think Berhalter said, here's some players I want to see, and then I'm just going to mix in this Olympic roster.
He's seen plenty of Lewis. He's seen him. He's close up. He started him. Enough. Well, Christ started him. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Force this kid to go earn a starting spot on the Rapids. Game in, game out, scoring goals, making assists. Then give me a call. This guy, I could have put Pete on this lineup. I could have put tactical manager on this lineup. That's how meaningless this guy being on this roster is. And if he makes the 23, I am going personally go over to Gregg's house and toilet paper his whole fucking front yard. I'm serious. This is ridiculous. Am I missing something?
No. Again, I think we've seen what we need to from Lewis. It's, I don't know, serviceable against low in CONCACAF from there on out. Who knows?
I guess
again, he had a very lackluster Olympics, and I guess I could say that about just about anybody that was part of that Olympic squad. I feel like I'm kind of repeating myself again, but I mean, he had the opportunities.
Who played best for the Olympic team? Ewell.
Yeah.
All right, so there's that for Ewell. It's not there for Lewis.
No.
All right. This is one of those nights where I'm outraged and you're the voice of reason.
Isn't that every night, though?
Yeah, probably.
Like, Derek, right. I think you're being a little hard on him. Calm down. Calm down.
Yeah, that whole Matt Miazga thing, that was weird. All right. A little too much smoking. All right, Rubio Rubin, Real Salt Lake. Now, this kid's gone through a lot. Like, he was over in Europe. They pooped him out and said, "You're poop. You're not good enough for Europe. Go back to somewhere else." Mm-hmm. So Mexican team signed him, Tijuana. And then he played a little, and they're like, "Nah, you're not very good." And they pooped him out.
He was there for, what, a couple years?
Well, they loaned him out to Dorados.
Yeah.
In the second division, Mexican second division, where he played intermittently on a Mexican second division team. Intermittently. Okay? He wasn't like a regular starter on a second division Mexican team. So they're like, Tijuana squeezed it and just pooped him out. It was Tijuana. I hope I'm not wrong on that.
No, I'm pretty sure you're right.
All right. And then, so Dorados said, and then Tijuana said, ugh, and they pooped him out. And then he went off to the USL. And he did well in USL. He really did well.
Hopefully.
And so RSL then said, well, maybe this guy's not washed up. And so they're like, we will shine this poop. And they shined it. And then he went out and he played well in the first quarter of this season for RSL. He's scoring goals. He's getting assists. So that's why he's on this list. And maybe because Guatemala want him to now. So I don't know any other reason he's on here. He's proven to be fairly mediocre.
Got nothing against Rubin, and quite frankly, I was a big fan of his for a while there through his youth level.
So was I. Yep.
Through going to Europe, and you're like, oh man, this kid's going to do something. And as you described earlier, many flushes later, we're here. If he opts to go with Guatemala, then he's looking, saying, I want consistent international play, and this is my only hope.
Yeah.
You know,
I want to apologize to everybody for that poop analogy. That was really bad. And very childish. Okay.
So it works with our content is what you're saying.
Oh God. I'm going to be looked at as the poop guy soon. All right. Now they don't want that, Brett. Chris Mueller. Orlando City is one of my actual starters that I picked as Gregg. Playing Gregg's role, and he will make this team, and I'm not surprised. He's got a limit, he's got a roof, but I'm not surprised he's here.
Ironically, I had 6 players picked that Derek Gregg picked, and Mueller is one of my 6.
I think so, yes.
Yes, he's going to make the 23, and yes, he's going to start.
Yep. Pepe. Ricardo Pepe, FC Dallas, has had a hell of a last couple games for Dallas, but I don't know if that's enough to get him in this 23. I like that he's here. It's like Gregg saying, yeah, we're watching. That's basically all this is. Yep.
I feel like at this point when we're talking about the strikers, you have to be either seasoned or you have to be a very, very promising young player.
Yeah. Robbie Robinson of Inter Miami was not exactly shocking to me, like it was to some others, because I've seen him play a few times this season for Inter Miami, and I've been somewhat impressed by him. He's not young, I can say that. He's not super young. I think he played in college, but he is been really a lot better than I thought he was. But is he going to make this 23? No. So, yeah, it's kind of a okay, but probably not going to make it.
I see what you're doing there.
Mason Toy? Nah. Limited. Shouldn't be on this list.
Decent with his back to the goal, but also fast. But, yeah.
He's
Definitely not cracking this 23, and probably won't necessarily even crack a January camp 23.
I mean, the guys up in Montreal who were smoking enough weed to go after Toya and Mihailovic, they think very highly of those two guys. And so does Gregg apparently. But he ain't making this 23. He'll have to start scoring goals in flocks to make any future United States men's national team. Jozy's artist, sure, okay, yeah, yep. He's still one of the most effective U.S. men's national team MLS players we've got. He continues to score and assist in MLS. So yeah, I can't say no.
I see this as a yes, in all honesty. Berhalter favorite, and quite frankly, as you're saying, he produces, and he's produced for the national team. I mean, even some weird ones like face deflections and deflections off backs, and I mean, how many more deflections can there possibly be? But he'll find them.
Yes, they count too.
A goal is a goal is a goal.
Yes.
So no, it's definitely yes. Anybody who's going to argue against it is not paying attention.
I think so, and I think he's DK's backup at center forward.
Yep.
So,
but he definitely offers the opportunity of playing out wide too.
Yep.
He's fast
exactly.
enough.
If you have to play him out wide, he can do that too. Not as well as center forward, but he can do it. He's not that bad at holding up the ball, and he's actually really statistically not bad at, when he's holding up the ball, passing it to somebody else. So
he's better at playing with his back to goal than Jozy.
He is.
And he's faster.
Because he doesn't flop as much either as Jozy.
It's always surprised me that Jozy always hits the ground so much, given how many pounds of muscle he has.
And when the ref
he would be like the sturdiest brick wall, and somebody comes up and they bounce off of him, type of thing, you know.
And the ref looks at it, of course, and he hardly ever gets a call because they're like, "Get the fuck out of here with that." All right. So on that theme of the night, I want everybody else to get the fuck out of their houses and do things and have fun. Maybe partake, but only if you have a safe ride home. Support your local restaurants and bars, because they're needed, because they're coming back from being told they can't have anybody in there for a long time. They need your support. Support them, especially the mom and pop bars and restaurants. Until then, from the Straight Red Card, get the fuck out of here.